Marlon Harewood, how are we doing?
Good, you?
Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I'm good, mate.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No,
Very
really
much appreciated.
No, good. I'm seeing your stuff. Looks really good. I'm interested.
To be fair, you came in and you went, nice to meet you. I said, well, we've had a night out before. And you went, have we? So I must not have been fucking very memorable.
Not made an impression.
Or a long time ago.
To be fair, it were getting on for 20 years ago.
Oh, mate, 20 years ago.
You're big on the motor scene now, I believe, looking after quite a few players.
I am with my car company. Yeah, it's doing really well.
What is it that you like? Is it modifications and stuff?
I mean, we do everything. It was running in the background while I was playing. It's probably 15 years now going. It's just a car company that I set with one of my business partner in Nottingham, and we just took it from one extreme to another. From doing this, at first it started with wrapping, bespoking, and customizing and stuff like that. And it's gone to car sales, new cars, and it's just a bit of everything, really.
Have you had some unusual requests? Like from players?
Not really, but the cars nowadays are just like fully binged up. We do V classes now, the Mercedes vans. They go from one extreme to another. You can have all sorts in them, printers, PlayStations and everything in them. So
I've got mine booked in next week, by the way, for a wrap.
I know, he was talking about it, weren't he?
Yeah. I'm going to eject a seat in mine for next time. I'm giving you a lift home.
Fuck for that.
Kids. Get them out. Really there yet? Boom.
See, booking you in.
I seen something on Instagram. Did you get when you and Leicester won the league?
Yeah.
They all got given cars.
Yeah,
Did
the
they all come to you?
i8s. Yeah.
It's not a bad one, is it?
Because we do Wes Morgan's cars. So obviously he said that what they was doing, and obviously they all came in the same colour, all blue. And then it was in the papers actually saying that they didn't recognise. They came to me, AC13. They didn't know who cars was whose because they were all the same, which is a load of rubbish. But because we wrapped, I think we wrapped about 10 or 11 of them.
Is that a little bit ungrateful?
What, being given a car?
You've been given a car and you thought, fuck it, I want mine a different colour. You've been given 100 grand cars and you're like, nah, I'm not happy with that. I want mine in black or I want mine in red or whatever.
Even more ungrateful if you send them the invoice.
So yeah, that was quite good, to be fair, doing all their cars.
Enjoying it though, are you?
Yeah, very much. Get to see a lot of the lads still in football, some of our clients, get to talk to them, see how they're getting on. I'm sort of glad I'm out of it now, because you hear some of the stories and how they're doing, and when the lads are not playing and they're unhappy, and you don't want to hear that anymore, because it's not nice for them, but it's just nice to see from outside.
I think me and you get it as well. You know, when you fall out the game, you lose touch with a lot of people. You know, I think just natural not to.
Unfortunately, I never lost fucking touch with you, did I?
But it's good to catch up. Like, we do the same. Like, speak to lads who we played with 10 years ago, and it's just always good to catch up. So I'm guessing it's good for you.
Very
just
good.
You're still involved without being 100% involved in the football. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it is good, to be fair. And plus, I do a lot of home games with the ambassador work, so I see a lot of businesses, and I'm still networking with my company.
You've been networking since 2010, a club every year.
Yeah, of course.
I imagine you got, well, not stick, but I imagine people say, oh, how many clubs you had in those final years of your career? Like, it was like one a year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was just talking about that then.
Yeah. That's how it is, though, when you start.
Look back on it, I'm pleased I did.
Yeah.
Opened a few doors.
Yeah, it has, mate, it has.
But you started at Forest. But how did that come about? Because obviously, born and raised in London.
Yeah, because at the time I didn't really know. You have scouts everywhere. And my manager for Peckwater Boys was a scout for Nottingham Forest. In his part-time, when he's not coaching us or playing, when we were playing, he was going to watch other teams and see if there's any talents around. But then he just said to me, do you fancy going to Nottingham because I think you're ready? I said, yeah, definitely. Who's going to turn something like that down? So
How old were you?
13.
Were you like me? Were you a big 13?
I was a big boy.
Yeah. I was like, you might have been the same. I was the one that went into the shop for the alcohol on a Friday night. You know what I mean? Everybody gave me the money for me 6 bottles of cider and whatever, and my Magno 2020.
Ours was all, if somebody had a tash, they were always good.
With the tash. 5 bags clinking over the road while they're all waiting in bushes.
Big lads.
So you came up to Nottingham.
Yep.
Is that Diggs and?
Yeah, Diggs. When I was 15, I came into Diggs. John and Liz at near the ground. I don't think that's still there anymore. I stayed there for 3 years when everyone else was 2 years, because I can play for the year above. and a year below because I got like an August birthday.
Birthdays, yeah.
So they made me stay an extra year. I don't think they trusted me out in the open.
Out in the big wide world of Nottingham.
So yeah, I
How
stayed
did you
there for
find
3
moving
years.
away on your own?
At first, I found it a bit exciting, but then as time goes on, because when you're in the digs on your own and everyone's going home to all their places, it got a bit homesick and stuff like that. But
Do you not go back?
not all the time. Not all the time. I stayed up majority of the time because I was doing schooling as well, so I had to do a lot of schooling and catch up at weekends and stuff. But all the other lot, they had cars so they can drive and go, so I didn't have that thing. But then plus I probably wasted all my money the first week I got it, and then I have no money to go home or do anything at the train.
I'd love to come and see Mum and Dad, but I've spent my money in.
There's a sale on in
That's a bit
Zara.
honest. Or the YT money that you get.
I mean, we've had a few guests on from that era at Forest, the pros. I mean, I imagine it was rough and ready.
It was.
As a young lad at YT.
Yeah, no, times have changed. Well, we were just talking about it. Times have changed, like, because you had to stood up and count for yourself. It's like you get thrown in the deep end and you have to stand up. Obviously now you get pampered and everything's there for you and stuff like that. But I was literally in the first team dressing room with all the likes of Alan Rogers, Mark Crosley, the lads we was talking about, and you just had to handle yourself. But to be fair, the lads looked after me very, very well. Anything I needed. But when you're on that pitch, you had to literally stand up for yourself. And when that ball's getting wrapped into you by Stuart Pearce, you got to get hold of it, as they're going to let you know.
Yeah.
So I learned my trade from that straight away.
We're just looking at this list of players. Like we've had, obviously Norm on lunatic, Kevin Campbell, sensible lunatic, I think. Alan Rogers, lunatic. Carlton Palmer, lunatic. And Andy Johnson, absolutely off the fucking scale, lunatic.
He's on a different level, lunatic.
I mean, how did the managers control them, really?
I think it's the professionalism of them when it comes to playing, that they know that it's job and it's work. But then off the field, I think it's all the characters. It's good to have that. And the people, I think the managers that we had are characters as well, like Dave Bassett, he was a character in itself. Frank Clark, obviously, he was well respected. So you sort of have that balance, and the lads sort of looked after themselves when they know when to stop. There's time to stop, but like you just said, there's some lunatic moments I've seen them being involved with, but you can't do that nowadays. You could probably be locked up.
How worried were you, on the pitch when you moved up? Because I think it's a good thing that they treat young lads as a first team. Like you said, if Stuart Pearce passes you the ball and you don't hold it up, and you get a bollocking.
Yeah, straight away.
Back then, I think I used to crumble, thinking, they don't rate us. They don't rate us on my depth. But really, it's because they know that you're good enough, and they're just basically treating you like everybody else.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree with that, to be fair. But it's so different now. But obviously, you've got elite players, young elite players that can handle that, because obviously they get nurtured and how they deal with it. But back then, you literally, it's indescribable, really, because when you're in that moment, they literally, that ball's coming to you, your mind's going 100 miles an hour, and you want to do so many things, but you got to rely on that touch, because if you don't, you're just going to get hammered, and they rely on you. So it's crazy, different generation.
You never got the cotton wool out, did you, around Jono?
No.
Did you know about the cotton wool?
No.
He's terrified of it. Apparently, that's his kryptonite. Cotton wool.
Didn't know that, to be fair. I wish I did, because I would have had it in my hand all the time,
Just to keep him away from you.
I think only one person ever planted something. I think someone put it in his wash bag.
Yeah.
And he ape shit.
Yeah. He's relentless, though. Relentless. All the time. Always looking for something. Always wanting to do something or hammer something or flick someone. Or it was good, though, because he got everyone going all the time. But if anything was happening, it was Jono.
Did it get too much at times? You're just like, for fuck's sake, mate. I wish he'd just
I can imagine like your Van Hooijdonks and stuff wouldn't
have it
clash.
Yeah, no, you just have to take it, really. Jono and Tank, they were always relentless, always doing someone's room, always doing Dave Bassett's room, Dave Besant's room as well. They were relentless. Remember in Miami, we went to Miami time, and I don't know who it was. I don't know if it's Tank's room. Tank threw Jono's stuff out of the hotel window all over the floor, and we were like 6 floors up. Madness.
Is that the
So,
trip they
in
did the
Miami.
wrong room? Did they do the wrong room? So they thought it was a player's room, but it was just random.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? It's
crazy.
Walking down the street just been for a lovely meal.
Trying to remember
Your
what
fucking
actually
suits
happened.
all over.
Yeah, no,
Floating in
it's
pro.
scary. I think it was. I think you're actually right. I think it was someone else's room. They thought it was a player's, but it was just a normal person's room.
Businessman or
And it was
something.
all out of the room. They're the things we used to get, bro.
Turning up to a conference next day in a pair of shorts.
You go in and you're like, you're on the 5th floor there, on the 6th, and you're like, that mattress that's just gone past, mattress just gone past the window there, or what?
Is that the speedboat trip then? Is that the same trip?
Miami, speedboat.
Was that when Norm thing?
Yeah.
Took the
no.
speedboat out.
He sunk the boat.
Dave Platt. It was Platty was the manager.
It might have been, but
Might have been,
I
yeah.
think I don't know, because I don't think you were mentioned as being there. But I think,
Might have been a different trip.
yeah, it must have been.
They got one of the estuary boats, but took it out took it out to sea and sank it.
Oh Jesus!
Norm had a license apparently.
Did he?
But yeah, it went tits up. It was every man for themselves. Just
Initiations and all that stuff. Then I imagine there were.
Yeah, there's loads. Birthdays, all that kind of stuff. Like, I remember, who was I getting lippy with? I wasn't sure because they was threatening to put me into the bins. Because you know the big bins. Like, as a young lad, yeah. Oh God, it was relentless. It wasn't scary.
But did you stand up for yourself and go, under no circumstances?
Yeah, no, I did.
Is that
I had to. You
yeah.
have to, because if you don't, I think it would just keep going. Like, if you didn't stand up for yourself and try to be like, want to have a fight, or if it got too far, then I think they'd just be relentless. Because I did it to Mickey Adams. Me and him fell out on the pitch. Something happened, and he made me do laps around the
Mick
pitch.
Adams, the manager.
Yeah, and we clashed, to be fair, and I can't remember what happened, but I had to do runs, 60-second lap runs. So I did one, did another one, and he's like, getting another one out, and I was looking at him, and we were literally squaring up to each other. And obviously, as a young lad, you can't really do that. So he made me do another one, and then he said that was it. So
What was it like after you?
yeah, he was fine. He was fine. But Mickey's one of these, like, he'll run with you. So, like, you run, you do your runs, and if you're behind him, he'll make you do it again.
I hate it.
One of them managers.
Yeah, going back
So
to
what level-
sorry,
sorry.
Chrissy, having to stick up for yourself. One of my good mates is Tommy Spur, who I was at Donny and I think it was at Chef Wed,
Yeah.
and we played at Blackburn together. And the lads used to just hammer him, and to the point where they'd, you know, the old kit skips,
Yeah.
boot skips.
Yeah.
They'd put him in there, lock it up, and just go out and train, and left him in there.
And he played what, 400 games?
Yeah, he's 30-year-old.
That's banter.
I wasn't there at the time, but I remember I said, Tommy, you need to fucking put a marker down, man, and just, you know, come out swinging. But like the boot polish on his face.
Yeah. The square silver skips.
Yeah. But once the lock,
The
the
locks,
lock.
yeah, you can't get out of them. Oh, wow.
What do you do?
Oh,
You
Tommy.
just like you knock on it like help. Oh, you just think, look, I'll wait till they come and get me out.
No.
But you're right, you need to, you know, all it takes is one swing and then they'll never do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had loads of them. Birthdays, there was guaranteed a fight, someone's birthday, because we were fit. Because you remember the old, at Forest, we had in the change room, the big pool where you all get showered in. So
Yeah.
the lads would fill it up and put all sorts of boot polish, wee, poo, and all sorts of stuff in there. And then the lads all of us would grab all the lads and chuck them in. And
What his birthday it were?
Anyone's birthday.
Just shit
Literally.
soup. Like,
Yeah, and you're just throwing them in there. Can't do that anymore.
Did you ever get thrown in yourself?
Oh, come on, they'd be too scared.
come on.
No, it wasn't none of that.
You did Big Kev's boots, didn't you? Kev Campbell.
Yeah, what a legend he was. Good
tipper.
Class, man.
Oh, very good tipper.
Is he?
Yeah.
I can imagine he would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked after Kev. Tried to make sure his boots was all good. I had Kev, Andre Solensi, if you remember, Andre Solensi,
Striker.
and Chris Butt-Williams. Good
Kev,
guys.
man.
Chris Bart were the entertainment officer that never drunk, weren't he?
Yeah, he didn't drink.
But
Just
raised
loves-
everything.
Rains everything, loves a night out. But man,
Brilliant.
he was wicked. He got me in the club one time. He gave me his ID. That was in Miami, to be fair.
Was it?
I could talk about that now, to be fair. So yeah, it's funny.
What, because were you too young?
Yeah.
Oh, under 21, innit?
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a young bee.
So Chris Back gave you his ID and you got you in?
Yeah. Good times, mate. Good times.
Because even in America, you've still got to show your ID if you're older, haven't you?
Yeah.
Were you willing to get turned away so you could get in?
Oh, I don't know about that.
You weren't bothered, were you? Once you got it, you're
Once
off.
you're in,
Because he showed it.
some dance
He
floor.
literally showed it, and then
The barman's
obviously
still
all of us,
outside.
well, obviously with lads, we all congregate together. So he showed it. He looked at it, give it, and then he like passed it to me.
All right, so he's got it.
sneaky.
And I
I
got him.
like
I
it.
like it.
What a guy. What a guy.
Good times, mate. Very.
First bit of trophy were
Yes.
Finland. Was it Hacker?
Yeah. FC Hacker. We was talking about that, weren't we? Like, because you was almost going there.
Well, you're on about obviously Dave Bassett was the manager who sent you.
Yeah.
I had Dave Bassett at Barnsley and he tried sending. He was going to send me to Finland.
He's getting.
He had,
I was about to say, no, I've never heard that story. Like,
he had an
'cause
holiday let over
he
there,
must have.
definitely. He would put it on top dollar to
It was a
club.
team called FF Yarrow, it were, right? And I arranged to go, and then I ended up doing my groins and ending the operation. I'd have been in Finland.
I might give him a ring to say, like, did you get a backhander? Can I have some of that?
Oh, he's got 7 time shares. If anybody wants to go
must
to
have.
Finland,
Sending all
this
his players
Christmas,
there. I
Bassett's have had to speak
I
to.
thought I was special.
Strange one, though, isn't it? Did he give you the option, or was it just
No,
this is where you're going?
Yeah, he just says, you need some experience, that old chestnut. So then I said, yeah, okay, I'll go. Because then he's got a mate, Keith Armstrong. He's a Geordie. I think they were best mates. His name in Finland is Keke. So I went there, met Keith, and we did really well, to be fair. We got promoted into the Champions League, and then we did well. Then I went the second year, and then we got promoted to UEFA, and I played with them in Bangor. It's quite funny, to be fair.
Because you'd already played in the first team, hadn't you, at Forest?
No, I didn't. I don't
This
think.
was before, right?
Yeah. So then I came back and played.
And that's when you
So was it
started.
not a thought, a bit of you like, I need to be playing in England, really? Even if you dropped out of League One, at least they can see us and come
Yeah,
and
I'm
watch
just
us and
going by the gaffer, really.
doing what you were told,
Yeah.
yeah.
So how old were you when you were in Finland?
Probably 18, 19.
Right.
Don't forget, this is fucking 20
It's
plus
mad.
20
yeah.
years ago.
So thing is, when that manager talks to you like that and he says, "Oh, you're in my plans and I need you to get experience," I think this is the best thing to do. You don't really argue with him, do you? Especially at age of 18, you just
Yeah.
listen, and that's what I did. But I'm glad I did it because it made me know what it's sort of like. Obviously, football can take you anywhere, and then I obviously went on to China. And I knew when someone says that to me, I had a bit of experience of what I expected to if I was going to go over there.
When was that? Was that the back
At the
end?
end of my career, yeah.
Was that a new challenge?
Was new challenge, but it was
You
wicked.
got fucking weighed in. The price of them fucking wraps went down 30%. I did a new challenge in China. Fucking hell, tell the joke. I'm only devastated I never got offered a new challenge in China. I'd still be there playing down at fucking 40.
By the way, you kept a straight face then when you said
I had to. Being professional.
Oh, God.
That's funny.
Fucking new challenge.
Were there other English lads in Finland, or were you
No, the only one. Yeah. I was the only one since Paul Gaza. I think it was Gaza was over there for so many years, and then I was after, and then after that, then it was free fall. Everyone went after that.
I've never heard anybody go over there, to be fair, until now. Until you two have said that.
I know, yeah, I forgot about it myself.
You could have been a Finnish poster boy, Johnny.
Oh, fucking hell, I. Man, I could be sat in a jacuzzi in Finland now, as we speak.
The locals would have loved you.
But then, how soon after you got back from that second spell were you
Straight in. Yeah, because Kev done his back. I was playing up front with Pierre Van Hooydonk, which is
okay, now that's a
dream
first
come
strike.
true.
What were the just going back to Finland? What were the standard like compared to what like when you go into training?
Yeah, no, it was decent standard, to be fair. Some of the lads played for the Finnish internationals, so played for the country. So it was the standard was quite good, to be fair.
So even though you're going out and get experience of playing,
Best, are they?
what Finland? In fact, you won't fucking get a game. So even though you go with that experience, it weren't like too easy for you. in a way.
No.
You know, it was still a challenge for you at 18, and you're learning about actually playing.
Yeah, no, it was decent, to be fair. I enjoyed it.
Because I was thinking of the fact, you know, if you went over there and did well,
Yeah.
the manager's thinking, it's in Finland, isn't it? It's not in the Championship, or it's not in League One. No. How's he going to do when he's over there?
Yeah, I know. Talking about it now, I didn't really think about it like that because I'm a young lad. I'm just going over there and just playing football. And when you really look back at it, you think, why are you taking me to Finland, really? Yeah. And there's clubs here that I could go to and probably learn more of an experience doing here.
Basically, you did exactly what I did. Just
more of a battle.
I'll go at it, no bother. I'll have fucking 3 months, 6 months back there, no bother, gaffer.
Did you hit the ground running in the first team when you got back?
Yeah, literally. He chucked me straight in.
That's some
which was decent, really. Because we got promoted. That game, it was at West Brom away, making my debut. We got promoted to the Premier League. So...
First notch.
It was decent.
Yeah.
That's some first game then, isn't it? Starting up front with Pire.
Oh, was he?
Pierre Van Hooydonk, wicked, mate.
As a lad?
Yeah. And helped me on the pitch and everything like that. Just talking to me. To be fair, I had... Scotty Gemmell was good at that. He was top, looking after young lads, because obviously it's where he came from. And he just knew what he was sort of about, and he was spot on, to be fair.
Yeah, you need that, don't you? Just
someone to look after. If something goes, it doesn't always go your way on the pitch, and if there's someone there that reassures you, like, keep going, at least you're... But to be fair, we did well.
Did you feel the tension then later on when he went AWOL? Because Andy Johnson said, I weren't bothered. Like he went and he just going to do it. But Norm said he was furious with him. Like we wanted to have it out with him.
By the way, as well, it'd be better for you.
Yeah.
Better for you that he was AWOL, because
it was. But
Pierre, stay home as long as you want.
Do you want your boots? I'll bring them for you.
We're doing all right back here, mate. You fucking stay on that sun lounger.
Yeah, I don't know what, he just went a bit loony bin on that stage. He had his own, whatever he'd agreed with the club. No one would know unless you was in that room. But he weren't accepting it, which was strange.
Mind us what it was again. Was it the...
They sold Kev to Turkey, didn't they?
Yeah.
They started getting rid of a lot of the better players who got them promoted.
Yeah, they did. To be fair, Norm was fuming, actually. He was quite fuming about it when he was talking about in the change rooms. And Norm's not really that sort of person, but he was quite passionate about what he was doing, because obviously it's Forest. He loved Forest, yeah.
The thing with it is though, like if you get... I mean, Van Hooydonk must have been on fortune even back then. The lads who are in the Championship, the money doubles maybe when they go to the Prem. They're thinking, if we stay up, we've got that money for an extra year.
Definitely.
But if Pierre's going to fuck off somewhere else and get another big move, isn't he?
Yeah. He'll have been all right regardless, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So are you still on your YT contract when you make that debut for promotion?
Yeah, first year, second year pro, yeah. Them days. But I got signing on fees and bonuses and stuff for playing. So yeah, I was buzzing, to be fair.
Yeah,
so you could afford to go home then that weekend.
Yeah, mate.
I'm going to come and see you.
Just go home. I bought a car, but all sorts.
So is that pro contract? Your first pro contract in the Premier League, would it?
Yeah, it's wicked, mate. Because you get signing on. I don't know if you remember, when you make your debut, you get a massive lump sum of money.
Nah.
Didn't you? No. Well, I did.
What the fuck? That wasn't very good, man.
I bought a Chinese in mine, I think. Not a fucking car.
Well, yeah, that's big though, isn't it? One game and then you're all of a sudden a Premier League player.
Yeah, it all changed there. The negotiation times, then you start getting an agent, and then it's just free fall from there.
Do you feel like your first contract was fair? Your first pro, looking back, were you happy with it?
No. Looking back, knowing what I know now,
exactly.
But happy at the time. Because obviously when you come through the ranks, you just settle for what they think it is. But then when you're seeing players come in, that's not half of you think you're better than them, and they're on millions of pounds more than you. So obviously, no, it's
we talked
hard,
about it a lot, haven't we, about the lads coming in through the academy getting taken advantage of.
Yeah, I wouldn't say taking advantage because that's a bad word to use, but I think it's just a system you go through, and And that's the system. I wouldn't say taking advantage of.
I suppose
that's a bad word
from a
to
business
use.
perspective, you're playing on those young lads' emotions, so to speak, because you've come through at Forest, you want to play for Forest, you experience it all, so you're going to take less money.
Yeah, so that's why they value you at the stage. But then when they're paying like £1 million for the same sort of player in the academy, then you're thinking, hold on a minute, like I'm playing week in, week out and he's on the sub. So he's like, them things come into thought process.
I got my pants pulled down at Sunderland.
Did you?
Like the YT, I think it was Ian Brandfoot, the old Southampton manager.
Yeah.
He was academy director. And I had my dad. I didn't have an agent at
How
the
old
time.
are you?
36.
Okay.
But he was academy director. And at the time I didn't have agents, but looking back, I should have done. But my dad, I think he sat my dad down and went, nobody will be on any more money than him. He'll be that top earner. I think I was on 300 quid a week. And they're getting these Irish lads over on 1,200, 1,500 quid a week. I just straight away, my first week,
Gets you back up,
I just felt like,
Yeah, that's what I got. Exactly the same. But I think that goes everywhere though.
Yeah,
to be fair.
I think it's the same. I don't think it's just at Sunderland. I think every club's the same.
Yeah.
If you're a kid on your first year pro wage on 250 quid, right, and then they offer you £1,000 a week, right, you're like, fuck me, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Right? And you play in the first team, and then you're thinking, but he's on fucking £4,000 a week, and I'm playing the same team.
Yeah, and you just signed a 4-year deal.
Nobody ever offered me one of them bastards. but then that's when you need to obviously, if you kick on again, they'll reward you. But then they might only give you £2,000 a week.
Yeah, but you do it yourself though, so you don't have an agent at that age because you just think they're going to look after you. But
naive.
Yeah.
So you've gone basically in a season maybe from 250 quid a week to £2,000 a week. But fuck, Joe Bloggs next year still on £4,000 a week and he's fucking sub.
Yeah.
That's how.
hard,
That's
it's
why
hard.
he's going through an academy and going that way.
it always struck us as a good club to play for, Forest.
Yeah,
Like
wicked,
fans
mate.
and
It was so good, mate. I'll easily go back to that stage because the group of lads that we had was fantastic. We'd stuck together, enjoying football week in, week out, scoring goals, just the banter. And it was fun until you get to like 21 when it's a job.
yeah, 21. Because when was it a job for you? 17?
The second day, YT, scrubbing some boots. I'm like, fuck me, this is fucking toil, this, isn't it? I want to play football, I don't want to clean some of this shit out at toilet. Bit of chewing gum out at fucking you, right?
That's what it was like, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who were your boys? Who were your mates at that time?
Steve Melton, Scott Fitchett, Andrew Dawson. Because we had like Michael Dawson was a year younger, JJ, Andy Reid. They were like first years, we were second years, third years. So our era was quite busy, to be fair.
Good days, man.
It was
Dorse,
wicked,
man.
mate.
What were Dorse like back then? 'Cause
Speaks just like you.
I played him at all when he was like so fucking sensible.
He's got such a good lad.
Yeah, I can't imagine him ever getting in any bother.
No,
Just
no, he
like-
did not in bother, but he was there. He'll have a drink and be with lads, a bit of banter and stuff, but he'll never get in trouble or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you
Like,
always
we'll-
used to try and wind him up.
We'll get that one off. That's me now. I've had my 5.
Yeah, all three of them is exactly the same. All three of them would like they're so chilled and look after. All right, Ma, how are you doing? And stuff like that. But good lads. To be fair,
I was Big Ron.
character. Much of a character. I know. Where's he get it from? Where the actually talking about it now? Where did he get his like Big Ron? What was he?
So,
don't know.
Where's he?
I don't know.
What clubs was he back
United.
before?
Man U, wasn't it?
Man United
Yeah,
went from Ron to Big Ron.
yeah. So where's that come from though?
I don't know.
I think it was when he were ordering sunbeds and he went, yeah, it's for Big Ron. And then effectively they put it over his bed. And it's just lying on it for days.
Should I really know? Because when you say because like he's like a superstar. When he came, like everyone was going crazy. We got the manager, superstar. Like,
Did he have
Could
a
you not see it?
presence?
I'm taking from what you couldn't see it.
no, he was good. He was good at talking. He was good at inspirational talks and getting you going and stuff like that. But I couldn't see where the
Persona had come from.
yeah.
I think what we've picked up from the lads that have played under him was his man management. He wasn't a coach. It was just the way he looked after players, where
Yeah.
he dealt with them. And by the way, everyone we've had on loved him.
Yeah, CP absolutely like loves him. Like everywhere he goes, CP goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dean Saunders. Absolutely lovely.
Shez, Tom Sheridan.
Yeah.
But I wonder if that was a time when it was... Because we asked Shez, didn't we, the other night?
Yeah.
Do you think he could manage now? And he went, nah, no chance. And I wonder if that was coming into that time when he might have been seen as a bit of a dinosaur, or the players were just getting too big for
him.
Or as big as him.
Maybe.
That might have been the problem.
He was no longer big wrong.
Everyone's medium wrong because how lads had caught up there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
He was obviously the superstar manager, and then the players start getting the superstar status and all that.
Yeah.
Favourite video, somehow there's a video somewhere of him on holiday in a pair of budgie smugglers, and he's asking for 4 tequila sunrises in Spanish to the waiter. I don't know why I've seen it, but it's hilarious.
Are you sure you've not dreamt it?
And he's definitely not Big Ron either, in them budgie smugglers. I don't know where it's come from.
Quality. Big Ron.
We spoke a lot, again, Stuart Pearce going from player to manager, just having no respect as a manager. And I think we've heard a bit that Platt was a bit like that. You know, somebody who was such a good player to then, as soon as you become manager, you just lose it all, and nobody just lost the dressing room kind of thing.
Yeah, it's hard. The transition is hard, I think, because once you're manager, it's all on you, and you need the lads to try and do the same thing as a player, but you're on the other side and telling them what to do. So the respect factors, unless it's, I don't know, I think it's like the management you talked about. It's off the field. Big Ron was good at that. And then on the field, like trying to coach and trying to get them to do something, I think Platty just didn't work for him in that sense.
You've got to do it gradually, I think.
Do you think? I think you've got to put a statement down early.
Do you?
Yeah, I think just bollock the best player, or
what, have it like that?
Yeah,
but
just-
but the
early,
thing
just
is,
get it
we
in.
know as players, like, because before a manager comes in, there's all rumours flying around straight away. So you already know what to
they're
expect.
like.
Yeah, so, and the first session comes in, if he does a good session that everyone's got a good sweat on and everything, he's in. But if you're not thinking, like, you're like, what's going on here? Like, so you already automatically know like what's happening.
Yeah.
So I've had that a few times in the dressing room. New managers comes in and lads have had them before, and then some of them like them, some of them don't like them. But it's usually a case that the people that like him, he's played for them. He played for them week in, week out, and the other ones that's not. So you have to sort of automatically use your own judgment.
Yeah.
But you already know what's going to happen
You've got half
before.
an idea, don't you?
but it's just one moment of weakness, and then I think that's it. I think you've lost everybody.
Early doors.
Yeah.
I remember Paul Lambert came into Blackburn, and he set a statement. Marcus Olsen was being linked with everybody.
Yeah.
He was our best player. He was on a free at the end of the year, and I think it was our second game. He didn't even play that bad. It was just, we're all shit, but Ols wasn't worse than anybody. And Lambert's just tore him a new arsehole. They're like red in the face, got in his face, and then we're thinking, fuck me, Ols is our best player.
Yeah.
If we can do that, say that to him.
Yeah.
Then-
So straight away we were like, right,
Everyone's gonna
we need to
react.
fix up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's the way to do it.
Like a big one for me, right? When I were at Fleetwood with Graham Alexander, right? I never got up for breakfast, believe it or not. Right? I never got up for breakfast on a Saturday morning. Never. I'd get up 10 minutes before the walk. Good, I never's walk, ever's pre-match. Right? And I was 33. So, what's that, 15 years? Graham Alexander insisted that I went down for breakfast when we're playing away. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm fucking 600 games in. No, I know what I need for my body.
Yeah, but you could have said, you don't have to eat anything. He might have just wanted all the team together at breakfast.
No, not at the same time.
But
You
at the
just have
same
to-
time,
you have to go down for breakfast at some point.
Like, it's the same thing, though, isn't it? Because you're saying you're 33 at the time. Olsen, he's ripped to me. He's thinking, I
Yeah,
need to
he's
tell
come
you
for
that
you.
you've got to fall in line with the rest of these lads.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually. He's made you the target.
Have a croissant and shut the fuck up.
What if he said it a different way? Like he said, get your ass downstairs. Okay, Gaffer.
Just have a full English, just got foot strength in it, just to fuck him off. Another piece of bacon here, sweetheart. Fuck him. That's what I mean. But you might, that or just me in the maybe just me in the team. You've got sort of 7 or 8, 10, 12 older players who are all been told, no, you're doing this, not that. What you've done for 10 years. If you've got a group of 10.
You think
you're 20.
Do you think it's just a change? They're scared of change. You've been through,
I think players
been through
are.
such a routine, and then all of a sudden, bang.
I think players. I mean, even as daft as it sounds, if you got Wednesday off, we had Wednesdays off pretty much religiously, didn't we? Every week. Some managers say, "Oh, we'll train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday." You left Thursday off. Fuck me, it's uproar.
Yeah, there
You've
was.
still got your day off it week, but I need Wednesday off. I need Wednesday off. Thursday, I can't fucking cope with Thursday.
Yeah, it's very true. Very true.
I don't think you can just go. I mean, it probably never happened now because I don't think there'll be that much of a serious change to what it were. But it were like they were telling people who played all them years at the top level, you can't do that anymore. Straight away, your back's going to be up.
Yeah.
So what chance has the manager got if you've got 10 players who are
Do you think that's why the respect's gone out of the game?
Maybe, yeah. Just too much power in the player.
Because that's non-existent anymore.
I think that's come from the monetary value as well. If you're getting paid, I don't know, 25 grand a week, are you really that arsed if you're not playing? Really?
Yeah.
If you're getting paid 50
that
grand a
depends
week.
on the individual, doesn't it?
I always looked at the Mourinho and Pogba thing, and I always felt Pogba was always going to win that battle with him.
Yeah.
And it would never be like that 15, 20 years ago.
So has your manager got to evolve?
No, I don't think so. Because I think he kind of just, after that, I think the whole place was like, he's not.
Here's one for you then, right? I reckon Conte just got the Tottenham job. I reckon he'll have a good 2 months. Good 2 months and get his reaction, and then the lads will start thinking, I don't fucking like this guy. He's telling me to do something I don't want to do and all that. And then it'll be, I bet it's potted by end of the season, Conte.
I'll have a fiver with you.
I think he's right, you know. That's the way I feel. But it shouldn't feel like that. It's like I want to go into management later on because I've done my badges and stuff, and I have part-time at Forest, but I'm scared of doing it now because of the last couple of years. Like going into a job, you ain't got, I know you ain't got time anyway, but you haven't got any sort of like try to bed them in, talk to them, anything like that. As soon as one lad talks or someone else that it's just gonna feed round, and then you ain't got that chance. The power, like you said, the power's gone from the manager, which he should have. He should like say what he wants because philosophy in his head that he wants to coach and how he wants to do it. And if you're not part of your plans, then I'll help you go somewhere else to get someone else that would enjoy what I want to do. But I don't think that's
Harry Kane's down tools, isn't he?
like
Harry Kane's down tools. It's probably cost Nuno his job.
Yeah, it's hard to say because
Harry Kane's your main man, and the rest of the team look up to your main man, and they're like, "Well, if he's not happy, he's not having it."
Yeah, no, I disagree. To be fair, because we know Harry personally because we do a lot for him in the business side of it, and the guys, I can't speak highly enough of him because he's a great guy. But obviously, what he's done for Tottenham and how things have happened this year, I don't think it's just him to blame because Tottenham are not doing it full stop all around the pitch. They ain't giving him. He's probably doing the same sort of thing that he's doing last year, but it's just the whole team around him is not doing what he's doing because if Kane's not scoring, then he had other people that were scoring, Song and all that kind of things, and they're not even getting in positions from like the weekend to have no shots on goal. When have you heard of Tottenham no shots on goal? So it's not just Harry.
Yeah.
This is I know you're just saying that, but I don't think it's just Harry because you can not play him, and they still can.
Yeah, but I totally understand. I totally agree with Harry. If I'd have been Harry Kane, I'm dropping a shit on Levy's desk.
I wasn't expecting him to say that.
I'm being serious.
Can you imagine? Harry Kane on all fours on board room table.
With his initials.
Signed.
So I'm serious. What?
I'm serious.
Right, if you
I'm a lot of that, Levy.
but what else can you do? Right? What else can you do? Pin him up. Leave his office and pin him up. I'm being deadly serious. Pin him up. Right? Don't sack us, Daniel. Not going to sack him, is he? You can make things that uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And
But then again, that's
It's a
going into
tough
player
one.
power, isn't it? Because
That's player power, club owner power.
on one hand, we're saying players have got too much power, but then on the other hand, if it wasn't Harry Kane, it was somewhat
but
lesser
they've
down the pecking order, and you're saying,
made a choice. He's made a choice.
Fucking
He's made a choice, so he's going to have to live by his choice of keeping him.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he's down to. I think he could be just out of form. He could be
Yeah,
carrying an injury.
I'm not saying Harry's going into train every day and tossing it.
You said he's down tools.
Yeah, he's down tools. I'm not bothered how many cars you've wrecked. Harry has fucked it off. but
quality.
But you've got to realise. Tottenham have got to realise what he's done for him over this last however many years.
Yeah, massively.
And you've got to fucking play the game.
Respect.
Yeah.
They're not selling him for fucking 15 million, are they?
No.
They're selling him for fucking 100.
Yeah.
They're having the fill out at poor lad, aren't they?
I do feel sorry for him. I said it again because, like in January, surely his price tag is going to go down. No, it's not going to stay the same, and then he's going to have another upset person, even more so than he is now.
Because they'll be raging that somebody offers 60 instead of 100.
So
40 million
it's
pounds
gonna be,
for 5 months.
It's going to.
On that, obviously, you played and come through with Stuart Pearce as captain, and I imagine a lot of them lads looked up at him and respected him.
Yeah.
But a few of the lads that we've had on that played for him as a manager said that he couldn't really control the lads. He didn't have any authority. When we're talking about him as a player, did everybody have that respect for him? Like, where did that shift?
I don't know. It's an interesting question, to be fair, because on the pitch you got this proper statue of a man, a legend. How he plays, he's very aggressive, and I think that works in his favour when he's talking to people. The respect that he commands and stuff like that. But I think once you go on the other side, that
the transition,
on the pitch sort of changes really because he's I don't know to answer that question. It's quite,
even if he's not a great manager or a great coach, he can still be a scary bastard, can't he?
Yeah, he can be. I don't think. I think when you become a manager, you can't do that because you need that person. I'm not going to upset you when I want you to run around 90 minutes on the pitch because you can't really do that person. But as a player, I can upset you because we're going to be playing week out all the time. So you need me, I need you. But at the same time, I can upset you because if you're not doing it, then you'll take to me. If I'm not doing it, then in that mentality of a player, you up your game because you don't want the other players telling you off. But as a manager, it's a different sort of...
So I think you've got to. It goes back to what I said before. I think he's got to dig somebody out. Because, just for an example, with Joey Barton at City, he just had no control over the whole changing room.
Yeah.
But if he squares up to Joey Barton, threatens to have a fight, the rest of the lads are like, fuck me, that is Stuart Pearce that we remember.
Yeah.
But because he didn't do that, it's like... So I think you have got to fall out with people.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be personal. It doesn't have to carry on and
no.
ruin a relationship or ruin
that
a team.
initial marker.
Just that initial statement of going, right, I'm going to have a fight with Joey Barton and the rest of the lads will respect us.
He'll back me up.
Yeah. So 3 weeks later when Tevez is having a shit on his desk.
But that goes back to, again, the amount of money that they're earning.
It's interesting. It's a different types of people, isn't it? Managers and everything. But I do think you're right in that sense. Like, digging someone out to try and gain that respect straight away.
You don't have to properly fall out.
But you have
just
to be...
come for them for something stupid that's not going to be remembered or whatever. But make the rest of the lads be like...
Yeah, some lads do take it to...
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
take it to
then do you want them,
heart.
Do you want them in your team?
Yeah, exactly.
You want them sort of players in your team?
Mate, we can go on all day saying that because it's just free fall with everything we say. It is good.
Were you confident, like, on the field?
Yeah,
as a young lad,
I was. I don't know if it's. I just coming from London. You have to be confident going around the streets and stuff. So I think I had a bit of that going into Nottingham, looking after myself, being streetwise,
belief.
And looking after myself.
Because you would have had Darren Huckabee.
I had to lock that. Yeah, Ux.
I mean, you played with him at Norwich, and you said he was the most confident person in his own ability that you've played with.
He was.
And he was vocal with that.
Yeah.
He
did well with us, to be
different
fair.
ways, don't they? But he was...
We had a good strike force. Me, him and Jono was decent, to be fair.
Just need a bit of pace, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you ever...
Pace and a bit more strength. We're going to score some goals.
We'll add that.
Did you ever play with anybody who had the confidence but not the ability?
Oh, fuck
me, where do I start?
It works, he won there.
But the thing is, you can't say it because that might be how they
Get
deal
through
with
things.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be just how this is how I need to portray myself
Yeah, this is
to
decent.
get myself up for stuff. But yeah, there's plenty where they came from.
Shit on his desk.
What else?
What else can he do? Like, what other option is there? There's only one thing for that option, is there? Than to go on the boardroom and drop
What do you think that would have got him out there?
Yeah, I think if you pin him up,
Imagine the yellow ticker on Sky Sports News.
Harry Kane sits on Daniel Levy's desk, breaking news. But it's not going to stop him getting a move, is it? Because he's been good as goal for however many years. People in football just realise that he's just doing whatever he can to get his move. Just go. All right then. It's not nice, right? But go into the. It's not nice. Go into the dining room where you have training is and just tip all the pasta out. Tip it all out. Right? Fuck, the lads can't eat because you've tipped all the food off. What's going to happen?
Nah, that's not Harry. He's not that kind of man.
No, but if it were, he might have got his move now.
Oh, I don't know.
He might be having anyway a chance of winning something. Imagine
That's Harry.
Imagine how tragic it'll be, right? If Harry Kane, I don't think he'll get to Shearer, but he'll not be far off. Imagine if he gets to near Shearer's record of Premier League goals and wins fuck all. Nothing. I think that's a bit of a travesty, me.
Yeah.
When we all due respect, I'm just trying to think of her name.
It'd be a good question for Steven Gerrard, right? Because he didn't move. He almost went to Chelsea. And
I think it's just
but he's probably going to go back to Liverpool as manager now, as a Liverpool legend at some
Gerrard could have
point.
done anyway.
At some point, and always. Well, if he'd have left, he probably wouldn't still have that legendary status.
Here's one for you then. So Gerrard goes back to Liverpool in 5 years' time. Does all right, but then leaves after 4 years without winning no. He's won fuck all Liverpool then as well. Again.
But this is about Marlon. So.
Yeah, sorry.
We're not normally like this, Marlon.
Well,
sorry.
Mate, I'm loving it. Keep talking. I love listening to it. It's good. It's
Quick
good.
toilet break.
Yeah, I'm going to shit on somebody's desk.
You, I mean, some partnership with David Johnson.
Yeah, no, it was decent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was buzzing at the time, to be fair, when he came in. Paul Hart was the manager at the time, since we went through so many managers. But he did well, Paul Hart, with the lads that we had, because he brought a few academy players through that he thought were ready. And me and Jono formed a really good partnership, to be fair.
50 plus goals between you.
I know, it was decent, to be fair.
There must have been, I mean, were you getting word in your ear from your agent? Because there must have been clubs sniffing.
There was at the time, but I weren't one of them players. I just told my agent, don't let me know or contact me, because in the changing room, hearing lads talk about teams coming to watch them, and then obviously when they're playing, they didn't pull out all the stops to try and get them away.
So you
I just
purposely
hated it.
just said, don't tell me about it.
Yeah,
I don't want to know.
Yeah, don't want to know unless we're going into someone else's club. That's when you tell me.
Yeah.
Just added pressure, innit? You know, if
Yeah.
you play before a game, you say, for example, West Ham are ready to watch it tonight.
Yeah,
So it's just
I don't know.
Unnecessary pressure,
Yeah.
I think.
But it shows what direction Forest was going, because we did really well, me and Jono, the year before that. So obviously they had different thoughts, different methods that they want to do, because if they wanted to keep me, they would have definitely given me a contract to make me stay there.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it was an opportunity for me to join West Ham.
Get to the Premier League.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But 4 years at West Ham, a year and a half in the Championship, and then playoffs.
Got promoted to the
Some
Premier
big names and some big characters in that dressing room as
Some
well.
big names, some big characters. Obviously, coming from Forest to go into that dressing room, I sort of think I was prepared myself for.
I don't think you could well better. I think
I was prepared.
a piece of piss really come if you got Tank and you got John
All
O
of
and all
them in
them in.
Yeah.
Carlton.
What was your thoughts on Pardew?
No, well, good. When he give me all the lingo and the chat that I'm going to be his number one. No matter what, he'll be playing week in, week out. which through the 4 years I was there, he stuck to his word, and just his whole per se and how he wanted to do it, I was all for it.
I can imagine he's one of them who turns up to meet you for the first time in a suit, smart and
Smelling good.
It didn't
or a
smell
leather
good.
jacket.
It didn't leather jacket.
Suit or a leather jacket.
I think leather was that era, wasn't it? To be fair,
Shoes, no socks.
he was quite smart. Old Pards. He did. He's got a good gift of the gab.
Thing is, a lot of managers will say that when they're trying to get a player down to sign, they'll all give it the big and say, "You're going to be this, you're going to be that."
Yeah,
but he stuck to it.
but he stuck to it big time.
But that's your performance that has made him stick to it.
So
If you weren't scoring, then you're not playing.
But as a player, you need that.
Exactly.
If a manager's telling you that, you're like, oh, okay, right, I'm going to show
confidence.
you. Yeah. But actually, he did stick to it because obviously West Ham's not an easy place to please. So I probably went for in the Premier League 9 games without scoring. And he still persisted with me. But then I got my first goal, and then the first goal led to a hat trick. So he
knew what he was doing.
He kept me. Yeah. Well,
So was it the first 9 games? First 9 games you didn't score?
yeah, I think it was.
How was your head at that point with it playing on you?
Yeah, massively. But obviously, I had Teddy Sheringham, Bobby Zamora, Dean Ashton, all them guys around me, and they were. We didn't really realise it, but they were quite supportive. They didn't really say anything. They looked after you. We had a good team bonding at the time. Teddy was just saying it will come. Time to worry is when you're not getting in positions, which I was doing. It's just obviously keep us saving it going wide. It just weren't going in for me. But then, to be fair, Teddy set me up for my first goal, and then it just carried on from there.
Were they all cause, if you've got 4 strikers at a club, especially I imagine the higher you go, they're all thinking I should be playing.
Yeah, definitely. I was.
Yeah.
So it would be disappointing if they didn't think that because.
So were they really that keen to help you, or when you said they're a bit quiet, you're thinking the thing.
Very cynical today, isn't he?
Yeah, I know, but it's good. I like
this.
it. I like it because it's a good question, really. I would never know because they ain't going to come out to me and say.
Yeah, but you're saying that you felt that they were helping you.
Yeah, so
if you've been in a team where you're not playing, you're thinking, I hope he has a fucking shitter today.
Yeah, they probably was thinking that, but I didn't.
It's probably different for Sheringham, the winner, because he must have been 40
he must be 74 at the time.
Yeah, so.
He's got nothing to prove, really, has he?
No, but he did pull out the stops, though. He still can play. At the time he was there, he was still scoring goals. He was helping us. He was a massive part of our time there when we got promoted and when we was in the Premier League. He was massive for us.
I think if I could pick one wingman from the history of the Premier League, it would be him to go out with.
To go out on a night out.
Yeah, he's wicked. He's good.
Take us under his wing.
I'd rather go for Ginola, and just get Ginola's knockdowns.
We get Teddy's knockdowns.
I'd take Teddy and have a few knockdowns.
With his back to goal.
Mate,
he's not to be messed with.
He's so good with back to goal.
Back to goal one.
Just chuck that 9 out of 10 in there, love. Oh, cheers.
Yeah, Edward.
Did he ever fight somewhere, Teddy? Was it Preston he had a fight?
At home?
In the tunnel?
Yeah, God, how do you know about that one? Look at you, done some research.
I do a little bit of research. It just says it on this piece of paper.
Oh, God, yeah. That was being Teddy. I think Teddy had a little bit of a scuffle with him in the game. And then it just led to going down the tunnel. Lads just heated and keep going. But the stairs at West Ham, Upton Park, they go down and there's a little bit and then it goes up some flights. So obviously all in there, all the lads flying off, and then it's just started quite kicking off. Everyone's fisticuffs flying, pushing, punches flying everywhere, holding people. Probably half of the lads were trying to stop it. But when you're stopping something, everyone else comes in.
You get caught with a stray one.
You're involved, aren't you?
And then you turn around and then you're involved.
Yeah,
Eyes are watering and that.
Yeah, so, and then it carried on going up the stairs. And we had security guards, big security guards, and Dave came involved. I think it was Dave. He came involved and trying to push people on the stairs, and then he fell down the stairs, and everyone's falling down the stairs, and it was just
tumble.
Yeah, just going all. It was just.
Was he all right?
At the end, he was. But I think he was a bit startled. But he was a big lad, so if he falls, you know about it. So
just
we've done a bit of digging, and we think it was Chris Sedgwick, don't we? Or Teddy were fighting. Ted, he'll have been at the top of the other stairs,
Yeah.
Sedge.
Yeah,
Started
so-
the mayhem.
He's got that in the locker. We were out in Hale once, and he's said something to somebody derogatory,
Yeah.
and it all kind of kicked off outside. It wasn't a proper kick off.
Yeah.
I've just looked over the road, and he's taking shelter under an umbrella, keeping out the rain, and just watching us like trying to be
Fair,
put out the fires.
that one surprised me because after everything, he went nowhere to be seen. So everyone else is still scuffling.
That'll be said.
And he started it.
Were there any repercussions? Anybody booked red cards or anything
No,
like that?
I don't think so.
half-time?
I don't think refs get involved. They're probably in their rooms like back then. They didn't really get involved.
Probably
in stuff
turn a
like that.
blind eye as well. Just think,
Yeah.
let him fucking crack on.
Did you ever have it where someone's gone, I'll see you in the tunnel?
That's probably me saying it to them.
I'm gonna say, I don't
would
think
you-
I
Not
would have
really.
done.
Nah.
Would you give it on the field? Like,
Yeah, if they got a bit thing about it, I think that's that's just a normal player thing to say, isn't it? Really,
were you a white line kind of guy?
Can relate to that.
Like over the white line, you're a
Animal.
different character.
Yes, definitely. I'd say so. That's a good question. I am. I've never had that question before. Yeah, that I am. But once you cross that white line, it's on. Because I used to I'm like that big hold the ball defenders. I like battles with defenders. See how hard you are because they're duels. If I'm beating you in my duel, I know I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
So I think I was
back
a
to-
bit like that.
You know when we said about overconfidence, you had to do what you do to
Yeah.
get yourself up there, get yourself ready. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mind games?
No,
No.
weren't into mind games. Literally,
Just
channel
what they're
runs.
saying now.
Channel runs, hold the ball up, score as many
Maybe
goals as
maybe get a
possible.
goal in there as well. Job done.
Yeah.
Job done.
Premier League hat trick.
Yeah, I know. Good times.
Who was that against?
Aston Villa.
Oh,
Yeah, it was good, to be fair. Martin O'Neill was my first goal. Teddy put me in, legend Teddy. And then after that, it was sort of a free fall.
Tell us about Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy Walker. Oh, he loves a story, he does. Oh, Jimmy. Character. Absolute character. He loves a away trip, oh, Jimmy.
He does like an away day, doesn't he? By all accounts.
He loves a away trip. But he's good. He's a good lad to have in the dressing rooms. Character, getting everyone going. Because him and Rufus Brevet, they were best mates. I don't know if he told you about Ruth. Like they used to, every time, wherever Jimmy was, Ruth was. And they used like a little tag team. They used to go around causing all sorts of trouble.
He said if he's still playing cards since getting bullied in Palermo.
Playing cards? No, I'm not. Playing cards? Nah.
Got bullied in Palermo.
Yeah,
on
massively.
cards?
Yeah, big time. Wow, I thought I'd join the car school. I wouldn't do that again.
Did you know what you were doing, or were you just?
No, I knew
just
what I was
blagging
doing,
it?
but I don't know if when I'm looking back, I don't know if they were playing me off, or am I just losing a lot? So yeah, I didn't enter that car school again.
I mean,
It wasn't a joke.
what were you like, Carlos Tevez?
No, he was a good lad. Did he
come over and embrace the English culture, or?
No, he did. Got him in trouble a few times. Obviously, learning a couple of words that we tell him. Banter, like tell him to go and say this to someone, and he'll end up going into a mass brawl. So
I mean, it's cheap,
It was
isn't it?
quite
But
banter.
it's effective.
it's very effective.
yeah, he's good. He learned very quickly because obviously the banter on the change room when you're passing the ball or something happens, and he was like, "Oh, fuck off!" Like it's just funny how when they say it, like, and that's the only word he uses. To be fair,
Who was the other one that came in with it? Mascherano?
yeah, Javier. What a player he was, but
yeah.
But he didn't
In
do
training.
that well, did he? Was it something? Did he play him in a 2 in midfield or something? And he just didn't. It was only
No,
when he
he
went to Liverpool that he really.
Yeah, no, it was just Hayden Mullins just keeping him out of the team, to be fair. At the time,
career low, isn't it?
yeah, but at the time, we didn't really know who the lads were. Like, we got these two lads
Yeah.
coming in the dressing rooms, like, we're like, who are these? Like,
wasn't the
but until we
Tevez and
done our
Mascherano.
research and then obviously seeing them play on the pitch and stuff like that, obviously Pards didn't know that he was getting players, I'm assuming, because he didn't play part of our team until Pards left and then Curbs came in and then they started playing the lads.
So basically, Padio's just got to these two Argentinian blokes in his dressing room where he's got no idea about.
Yeah, guaranteed.
It was
Because
the third party ownership, wasn't it? And
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
all a bit of a circus at that time.
yeah, so they didn't really know. So they came in and then because they didn't play. Because I'm assuming if Pards would have brought them in, he would have played them. But that weren't the case.
So that's fair play to Padio, that, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Strength as a manager.
Well,
where
put it
he's
this way,
got-
Hayden Mullins kept up Javier Mascherano. So,
Yeah.
but no disrespect to Hayden, because he was actually a baller, to be fair, for us at West Ham. But when you're keeping like a World Cup player out of the team, you've got to think what's going on there.
I like that from Pardew. You can put these two Argentinian bastards in my dressing room, but I'm not fucking playing. Fair enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are a lot of managers that go, "Oh, they fetched X, Y, and Z in. I need to play them because
You need to play 'em,
Keep them upstairs."
You were his main man in the cup final. Started ahead of Sheringham, Zamora. He was true to his word, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was.
Is that when he's done the
was-
dance?
When
Is that when he's done his dance?
semi-final?
No.
It was the semi-final when he did his dance. No, it weren't.
He was
Playoffs.
at Palace there, wasn't he? When he
Was
did
it the
that.
playoffs when he did his dance on the line?
I think he's done a couple. I think
I thought it was. I thought
Oh,
it was
he loved
serial
it.
mover,
Yeah. He loved
Get him on
the dance.
Strictly. He's not doing much. He's a game on Strictly.
but
he
FA
loved the
Cup
dance.
final. Like,
What a day for you, man.
It's an unbelievable day.
Is it everything that you dreamed growing up that it would be?
Yeah, even better. Even better. It's like you never think you'll get to a stage like that, but obviously time goes on, you work hard to get to that, and you're just looking around like, is this really real? But when you go out there and you're playing your stuff, and to be fair, well, during the time, like me and the National looked at each other thinking, we're 2-0 up. Like this. We're 2-0 up, we're going to win the FA Cup final. But then obviously Stevie G took his hands out his pockets and just rifle one in the bottom corner.
were you not a penalty taker?
I was a penalty taker, but
Right.
I did my foot, my fifth metatarsal, and I was supposed to come off, but we'd done all our subs, so I was just limping
So you were
around,
just limping through?
limping around the pitch.
No way, man. So
Could have been different.
Yeah.
He was almost a TV show in himself, Pardew, with the crack with Wenger.
Yeah, on the
Against
touchline.
Ar- yeah.
yeah.
'Cause that was you scored the
Yeah,
goal
he
against
was
Arsenal.
resting me that game, to be fair. I was fuming. Absolutely fuming. I remember it because he just says, I'm going to give you a rest this game just to get through the lads' game. It's against Arsenal, you want to play. It's like a London derby. And it was like 0-0. And I can, as a player, you can, like, Pars looking round to see, like, it's like 70th minute, 80th minute's gone and, like, looking, I need to change it or do something. And I see him looking, I'm just like keeping my head down. That's okay. You want me to go on now, don't you? Like this. So
Leaders now, do you?
Yeah.
You don't need me to fucking rest now, do you, Alan?
So obviously, but I remember it because I went on and I went through. I think I went through 1-on-1 with the keeper and I missed. I'm like, oh God, I can't believe it.
He made the right decision.
And I'm thinking I'm never going to get another chance because as a striker, you only get like, if you get a chance, you got to put it away. But then I got another chance and I put it through, and then the stadium went crazy.
Did you make eye contact with what were going on?
No, I just took my shirt off and threw it down on the floor and just going crazy. I didn't even know Pars was having fisticuffs on the touchline until after the game.
Because Wenger wouldn't shake hands with him, would he? He was like arms folded.
Yeah.
Pars fuming, I imagine, at full time.
No, Pars was loving it, to be fair.
I would have said he'd been loving
But I bet
it.
Arsene would have had him, though.
Do you reckon so?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, one of them
He's got a long
silent,
reach,
silent,
No,
silent
not in
people.
that big jacket. Gets him on the
One of them silent people because he stood up for himself. When you watch the video,
reckon he's one of them,
he didn't look scared.
I mean, there's a few fights in football I'd like to watch. I don't think Pardew against.
You don't think
Wenger
it's
would be
pay-per-view?
It's not my box office, is it? You know what I mean? But would you? Do you know, like, when throughout the whole of your career, would you class yourself as a natural finisher, or did you have to work at it?
I had to work at it, being honest with you. I would say so. Going to the Premier League, it's when the likes of with Jermaine Defoe, he was relentless. Like, his finishing was unbelievable, left, right, training. So after seeing the likes of him, you got to practice and get better and try to be at elite level to try and keep that goal scoring record going.
Seems like you're a confidence player as well. You know, when you said you went 9 without a goal,
Yeah.
and you got your 1, and then that was you.
I think that's any striker, really, when you're playing. Once you get your foot.
Definitely
weren't
No,
you?
seriously.
He's not fucking kidding. He's not kidding.
I think that was any striker. Once you get that first
I'm only
goal,
joking, yeah. You're
they
right.
all start flowing after. That's how I felt anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, that when you knocked the linesman out, is that true? Or
That's
was
at
it-
Forest.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, I was celebrating. I was going crazy, throwing my hands like, and the linesman's there and I connected with the linesman.
Do you actually knock him out?
Did he fall? I can't remember. But I'd hit him. A good hit.
Well, to be fair, if you caught me a belter and it go down, fucking hell.
No, actually, he did go down.
He took a 10 count.
He was a fucking accountant.
Wait, I just remembered.
He's an accountant Monday morning or a fucking history teacher. But no, I took his best.
Well, 4 years at West Ham, I mean, when you left, was that, because Kerbishley came in and then a few months later you were leaving? Was there any connection there?
That's the same old scenario when manager comes in and you hear whispers talking and they didn't really give him a good review, previous lads that's had him before.
What, lads from Charlton? Did you come from Charlton?
Yeah, so it just weren't, they had bad experiences. But he came in and he upset the apple, so to speak.
How was he with you? Because you obviously were Pardew, you were the main man.
Yeah, he was all right with me.
Played you?
Yeah, sorry?
He played you? Like
Yeah, a couple of games he did, but then he didn't because we weren't winning, so it's understandable. We have to change it, and he just tried to find his formula. But we had a massive brawl in the change room, to be fair. And then after that, it kickstart. We went on a 10-game unbeaten run, and then Tevez scored at Man United away to keep us in the Premier League.
So what was
Tell
it
us
just
about this
after
brawl.
a game?
I'm going to say, I think
running high.
I think you've glossed over that. We had a massive brawl and then we won 10 games.
Yeah.
Stayed up.
I tried to go straight off. Yeah, I can't remember the game actually. I think it was at Charlton, to be fair. And he just came in after, and then old school methods, going around,
Picking
talking to people.
out.
Yeah, and then one of the lads got up, and then it was just all heated and going at each other. We went on for ages, hours after. And I think a few things were said. And then it just, after that, I think he realised that we did care. Because sometimes when you're at the bottom, he thinks that players don't care, not pulling the finger out or just not showing the passion.
That's the worst one, isn't it? You can accept the manager saying you were shit today, but
Yeah.
you'll fucking toss it.
Do you think
today.
that distills it, though, like reinforces it, amongst maybe lads that, not saying that they don't care, but maybe don't care as much, and then when you're in a situation like that where it's really heated and some of the lads are stepping up, like, no, we give a shit. Those lads that maybe don't give as much step up
Yeah.
because they're seeing it.
That's what
within
happened. Literally what happened. When the lads
pros.
had enough of what he was actually saying or the lads were saying, and it just went from one thing to another.
Is that his statement that I was on about earlier, where he's going, right, I need to
Yeah.
get at somebody?
And then you said that. It's massive because at the time, like, I probably think, what dick? But looking back to it, that might be his method of getting
Like you said, 10
a
wins.
reaction.
Yeah.
Just
Get the lads on
galvanising.
board.
Yeah, old school method. Like, because we used to do doggies after training, and the lads were hating him. So I don't know if that was his method of trying to get him on side, but it actually worked because he stayed in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Whether it were luck or judgment, same as you said, you did stay in the Premier League.
So, but that brawl was the turning point, and then he got things right there.
We need to talk about that last day then, don't we? Really?
What last day?
When you stayed up?
Man United.
Yeah, we're at
because
last
it was all because Sheffield United. It was all to Sheffield United took us to court, didn't they?
Yeah. Was it over the
'Cause,
ownership, that ownership thing? And
Yeah, with Tevez and Javier,
yeah.
and then Tevez scores the goal to keep us in the Premier League.
Was the whispers in the changing room like, we might end up going down here, actually?
Yeah, it was literally just like that. It's from his goal. Because I think if Tevez didn't score,
But
we
you're
would
all
have gone
chipping in
down.
for legal fees, wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
Because I think Sheffield United, was it like there were 2 points behind us or something like that? Yeah, it was
Did you
quite
play
close.
that day?
I come on the sub.
What were it like in the dressing room after at Old Trafford? Then were it like, fucking hell, we've stopped up, but there's a good chance we might get fucking dobbied here.
Yeah. Well, I think they made a substitution at half time or 20 minutes to go. Like, I think it was Giggs, Rooney, and Scholes. I think it was something like that. I have to remember. But they made a free substitution and the big guns come on. So it was like, Jesus.
When you left West Ham, then was that Did you not get on with Kerbishley, or was it just you felt because he wasn't playing?
No, I just felt it was time really. After 4 years, I just had a conversation with Kerbs, what his plans and stuff, and I just thought it was time to move on.
You nearly went to Wigan, didn't you?
Yeah. I was going to Wigan, but then Martin and Neil give me a call to say, come to Villa.
Another great move, isn't it?
Yeah. At the time, I thought it was, but obviously Martin and Neil, once you get through the door, he's had his team in his head.
Did he give you the spiel, like I was saying earlier?
Yeah, no, he did.
Man.
Yeah, he did give me the spiel, but obviously
Number one.
I was Gabby Abongaho and John Carew was his main number 2.
Yeah.
£4 million you went for though.
Good price tag.
How quick did you realise that maybe this isn't going to be the right move?
After a year, I realised. But Martin and Neil didn't let, because we had a lot of players there, but he didn't really like people go or go out on loan or anything like that. He just kept you there. And we had a few upset lads in that dressing room because they just want to play.
Career where you'd been like in the old bomb squad?
Yeah.
Was it a bomb squad? Were you on the bench coming on?
On the bench, yeah. Well, it's sort of a bomb squad because you weren't playing, but I was on the bench the majority of the year. Yeah. I was in.
Do you have many conversations with him? You know, going to see
quite a
him,
few. Knock on his door. He just says, "Bear with me. You're part of my plans."
But 25 games, didn't you, that first season?
Yeah, but Gabby and Thing we're doing really well. Villa were doing well. The players that we had there, like James Milner, Ashley Young, Gareth Barry, still in Petrov. There's some.
You got 2 brilliant strikers in John Carew and Gabby Agbonwo.
Yeah. So couldn't really argue with that. Then Emil Heskey joined us. So there was quite a few of us there, to be fair.
Are you the type that needed to be playing though?
Yeah, I want to be playing. I think that's any striker. I don't think that's type of player. I think you want to be playing week in, week out. But I just found it hard not to. But people thought I was just happy because I was on big money. But it's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands. I'm just trying to enjoy my football. But then the second year or the third year, I went to Wolves, which he let me out because I kept on knocking on his door. And then I went to Wolves, did really well, got promoted to the Premier League, come back. He didn't want to let me go again. Went to Newcastle, got promoted to the Premier League, come back.
Tell you, you've been bloody successful.
It was decent, to be fair.
You get a medal for both of them promotions?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I got medals for being at a club half a season and getting promoted to the Premier League.
Was that under Mick then? Under Mick McCarthy?
Yeah, Mick McCarthy. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
How did you find him?
Yeah, decent. The lads I've been to, the managers, they're really good. Because he had, what's his name up front for Wolves? Scoring the goals.
Doyle?
No, Evanks.
Oh, yeah.
And he was doing really well at the time before he got injured. I was playing up front with him. Then Newcastle up front with Andy Carroll, which was another great partnership that he was decent with.
I was Stacky at Wolves.
Stacky's a good lad.
Everybody just says that. Great lad, Stacky.
Never really goes into detail.
No, he loves a night out as well. On Stacky.
Were you there when he got off the team bus or something? Did he get off the team bus and jump on a moving?
Oh, a motorbike on the back of a trailer.
Yeah.
Did he? No. Didn't know that.
I can't remember where it was.
Oh, some stories out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Mad, innit? So, you know when you went Newcastle then?
Yeah.
So Kevin Nolan and Alan Smith and that there. Did you play against them that year?
Nobby, Nicky Butt,
Joey.
Yeah, did.
What were the geezer with big fucking bushy hair at back?
Colaccini, yeah, all of them was there.
You got with Joey?
Yeah, it was all right, mate.
Yeah.
So that's the cliche as well about football. Sometimes you get a perception about somebody. Actually, to be fair, I was like not nervous, but you see him and hear stories about him, but it's absolute opposite. He's actually a nice guy, to be fair.
Yeah,
a good lad.
Man,
good lad in the change rooms and stuff.
Ned Manure on, and he said he terrorised him as a young lad. He almost to the point of maybe bullying and almost not progressing his career.
Oh wow!
And it's just, it's just.
But I think it's different perceptions of like I'm a different kind of stature of a person, coming into that change rooms.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going to want us unless he wants a proper fisticuffs. I don't think he's going to be coming to me, try
He'll let it off.
Try and bully me. So
he's all right.
Yeah,
he's all
but
right.
he was all right. He was a good lad, to be fair.
Because what would John Carew? Were he got the perception he was the most relaxed man you've ever come across?
He was just chilled, John. Just relax, come in when he wants, do what he likes. But he can score a goal, to be fair. Strong as an ox.
William are like that, aren't they now?
Yeah.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
The guy had to Black Eyed Peas.
No, different Prince.
Not the Black Eyed Peas or Prince. We'll combine the two. Prince William.
Oh, with the Villa crack, right. I've just been facetious then, and that's a new one.
So they wouldn't let you sign for Newcastle permanently then?
No. I think I did my metatarsal again.
You pushing
I had a
for
stretch fracture. Yeah, massively. I was.
Could it have
Because
been
Chris wanted me to stay longer, but...
Could it have been a shit on the desk moment, that? If you'd not brought your foot?
Yeah, massively. Yeah.
It's hard for getting the table in it when you've got metatarsal going.
with that big moon boot on.
It would have been a massive move for you and Al, wouldn't it? Big club.
Moments in your career.
Hey, the massive move comes a bit later on, by the way.
Which one, Barnsley or
That's
Blackpool?
the fucking one. That is the one. The big move's coming in a bit, lads.
So, when it came to leaving Villa, I mean, did it get confrontational? Did you?
No, it didn't really.
You know, like John's been saying, trying to push a move.
Yeah, no, I just kept on trying to push it, trying to get away. I don't know what was going through Martin's mind. So I think it was one of them things, like when you bring a player and you don't play him, and I think he's had that mindset they're going to go away and do well. I think that was...
And show him up, sorry.
Yeah, because like there's loads of players at Villas that's done it. Like Gary Cahill, he was one of them that he didn't play, and he went on to Bolton, then he went on to Champions League medals. So he was trying to get out at the time,
protecting himself.
Yeah,
that is like the biggest wankerish thing to do, innit?
Yeah, it's hard to take.
Stop somebody moving to another club just in case they prove you wrong.
Yeah.
Like, especially a manager of Martin O'Neill's stature, he probably don't need to do that, does he? So, you know, that's another...
Is that how you felt about yourself?
What, that
scenario that...
Yeah,
you just weren't being let
literally,
go because...
that was it. Because every time I went somewhere, we did well. So, and I enjoyed it. And I just want to play week in, week out to get better. As a player, you want to be playing week in, week out anyway. But he just weren't letting me.
What is it, going from a manager's point of view, could he have thought, no, I want to keep him? Maybe not enough to start, but coming on half an hour to go, who am I going to get? Who else am I going to get? He's obviously been from a selfish point of view.
Because Martin's one of them players, old school managers. He'll just literally name the team, and then the subs. So he was doing that all season, and I didn't play all season. And all of a sudden we're playing Man United away at Old Trafford on a night game. He's doing the team, and then I heard my name. It's about 11th. So then I would see if it was the 12th, 13th to see.
You weren't sure
I weren't sure if I was playing. So I went, Wally, am I playing? And they said, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. So it's like one of them it's like sink or swim game, right? Go on, play out front on your own against, I think it was Rio and Village.
Go on,
swim.
Go and do your worst.
I was swimming all right.
Doggies,
yeah.
But that's one of them where he's from he's probably thought, I'll set up as a 4-5-1, and if we get a point, I've done my job.
Literally, don't play all season, and they just like.
But do you not feel like you're like lamb to the slaughter? And
do your worst.
Yeah. Go on. You can go and play now. Yeah. Like, you've been knocking on my door. Here's your chance.
Yeah. Away at Old Trafford up front on your own. Cheers, Martin. Much appreciated.
Literally, that was it.
So, I mean, Blackpool next. Yeah. You were only there a year?
Yes, I was only a year. When he got promoted to the Premier League with Ollie. What a character he is.
Boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
One of the nicest men I think I've ever met.
But I imagine he's very different in his managerial role, maybe.
No, he's not. No, he's just still the same crazy man.
I reckon he'd go more on the old disappointment than the bollocking.
Yeah, do you reckon
let me down today?
You feel like you've let him down?
Yeah.
Yeah, would that be?
Not yes and no, but he does. he's got this method of like what he talks, his inspiration, like bringing his chickens and his farms, and the way he actually talks about stuff is actually quite characteristic. He's got a character and it's funny.
Did that work for you though? Did you buy into it?
The first couple of games I did, but I was injured, so I didn't really get to hear more of it until, because I played the first game.
Just saw the chickens, not the cows.
Yeah. So in my first game, I'd had 2 weeks of pre-season. Because he asked me to come and I signed, played Wigan away, and then I scored 2 goals.
Have they not got like 10 players or something went into the Prem season?
Yeah, it was
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, literally. It was quite crazy. Then just threw me in the deep end.
How'd you get on with Vans?
Good. He's another good lad.
Cracker, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just retired, bless him, innit?
Yeah.
Has he?
By the way, I've seen a photo of him. It looks like his fringe retired about fucking 12 years ago. He's like a fucking cockatoo.
Yeah.
It starts here. He's coming on though, isn't he?
Yeah, he was. Retract that statement.
What's he doing now?
He's only just retired.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Last couple of days, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, last couple of
He's
days.
good lad, he is.
Moves. Yeah, he is.
Enjoy it though, Blackpool.
Did I?
You enjoy it?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. In living St Anne's, so that's where I was living. It was really nice, to be fair.
Because you got off to a good start.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Was it 2 goals on your debut?
Yeah. A Wigan away.
I remember that.
Did you
Did
score a couple?
Vans score a worldie that day?
No.
Maybe not, no.
I think it was
So you don't remember it?
Taylor.
I remember the goal, but it wasn't against Wigan.
Taylor Fletcher.
Yeah. What were the Oystons? Did you have much crack with the Oystons?
No. Just
Keep it out of the way.
Yeah,
Distance.
the fans and them was just at it all the time, to be fair.
Yeah.
Do you know when you signed your 2-year deal? Were you on the old like £90 a week in the summer? Did you get
What? No, I'm
Blackpool?
silly.
Come on.
That is, no, we did.
yeah.
A few of the lads had that in their contracts. Yeah, not a chance.
You heard about that, Chrissy?
Yeah. It was Brett told us about it.
Oh, of course I did. Aye.
Yeah, Brett Onward.
Yeah. Because there was a fair few strikers. Gary Taylor Fletcher
Yeah,
there as well.
Beats. Was Beatty there?
Yeah.
yeah.
DJ.
Beats.
DJ
Cams.
Campbell. Competition. But
There was.
Do you think? Do you know? Like you say, you get injured pretty much straight away after a couple of
Yeah,
games.
I think it's Arsenal. I did my hamstring. I think that's just down to not having a pre-season or anything like that.
With that sort of like start that season then at Blackpool, or did you get back and?
Yeah,
in the
no, it
team
did
flying
stop
over?
the season for me. But I think I came back and I did it again because it's one of them hard things. Like you got to try and strengthen it. And obviously going in the Premier League, you ain't got time to like bed yourself in. You straight off the cuff because we was on the pressure anyway. Because trying to stay in the Premier League, the teams that we were playing.
As soon as you say, I mean, I hated it, but it's so important to have a pre-season. It's mad, isn't it?
It is.
Massively.
It's horrible, but it does need to be done.
Yeah. So was it just the injuries then that you went on to Barnsley and
Yeah.
just needed to get the games?
Games, yeah. I'm glad I did it though because it was an experience. Obviously going around the football. We're obviously talking about Stonesy and Trippier that I've played with as well, and they were decent at the time. Young lads learning their trade. And obviously, at the time, I'm a senior player, and it's nice to be around players like that you can know that I've tried to help them get through to where they are now.
Could you see them going where they've gone?
Yeah, definitely, especially Stonesy because he was just so comfortable on the ball. He was one of them centre half ball players at the time, so he's just gone from one extreme to another.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a night out in Barnsley?
No.
What you looking like that for?
It's like a deserted town, isn't it? No, it is.
Everything's boarded up.
Do
isn't it?
you know, if you, like we usually ask at the end if you have any regrets in your career. I'm telling you now, you're not going out in Barnsley is one of the regrets of your career. I'm fucking telling you now.
I'm scared to go out in Barnsley.
I never played under him, but Keith Hill's meant to be a quirky.
Yeah, he
individual.
was good. He was good man management skills off the field. I think was good. He liked to get with the lads and have a bit of banter and stuff. He's more inspirational as well, speeches and try to get you going and playing. He was all right, to be fair.
Great Escape season.
Yeah,
Was that the game at Huddersfield? Was it?
Great Escape. Well,
Barnsley. Was
Yeah.
it at the end of the season, you play Huddersfield, and I think Steely just had all of the ball.
Yeah,
'Cause
for about
both
10
teams-
minutes.
Both teams
Oh
were
yeah,
staying
Jesus!
up.
I was up with our friend with Jason Scotland. Sorry, yeah, I was trying to figure what the Great Escape of Barnsley.
A few Barnsley fans have said about you and Jason Scotland.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
it's a
that
great,
season.
great song. We used to dance in the crowd. Yeah, I remember. How can I not forget the game? We stood still for like 10 minutes because both teams didn't need a point, and we both stayed up and we scored. And
Did you have a word like just whoever's marking you, just like are we?
No,
on this
I don't
one
think
past
it
me?
was.
All right.
You know what?
Hey?
We're right.
So I think it was like
Yeah.
5 minutes to go, and Steele's got the ball, and he's just put it on the floor, and no one went to him. Everyone was just stood still.
So somebody obviously
Last
needed
minute.
to win,
Yeah.
and you just needed a point between.
Both just needed a
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
And I
Did you know any of the lads on the other team? I'm just thinking last minute, just slips through.
This would
bit of a cock up.
probably be 10 minutes, not last minute.
Yeah, but I'm saying last
Yeah.
minute you end up through and goal. You know, a couple of lads.
But he didn't get to that stage.
I know, but if
'cause
he did, that's what I'm saying.
we had the ball. He just stood there with the ball, and everyone was just stood still.
Yeah,
No one went to
it was
close
that bad
down.
where
Yeah.
nobody
No
was
one
even moving.
No one closed the ball down. He's just waiting for to blow the whistle. It's like saying to him, "Blow it now," because no one's moving.
let's save us 10 minutes, you 10 minutes, the fans 10 minutes.
And oh, fuck off all.
Like, blow your whistle, we'll get in the pub and we'll both fucking celebrate stopping up. Everyone's a winner.
Did you not fancy extending that new challenge in China? Obviously, only
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah?
Yeah, but it's just family. I miss my family too much the time I was there, because I only seen them probably about 3 times in 4 months. So it's just, I just missed them.
How does a move to China come? Does your agent phone you and says, there's Shanghai Rovers have phoned, do you want to go?
No, I think because Liz, she was the Chinese agent. She was a West Ham fan, and I think I don't know if there's a list or whatnot, knowing that you're on a free and she just contacted my agent and said that is Marlon on a free? They're looking for a striker. Does he want to go over to China? And then
It'd be a great challenge for him.
yeah.
It'd be a great challenge.
Great challenge until then my agent showed me the piece of paper and I was like, yeah, let's go.
Can't wait for the challenge to start.
It was a great challenge, that was.
I genuinely didn't think you were going to start the story with, there were Liz. Liz had got some contacts in China. What do you like out here?
It was wicked. It was wicked. The team I went to, Guangzhou, they looked after me very well. They'd just been taken over by some billionaires, and they wanted to get back to the Super League because they just got relegated. So that's why they're looking for a striker to go and try and get them back up there.
What do they do it for then? You know them Chinese owners? Do they just do it for like a bit of crack and a bit like
I don't know. I
real
don't
life
speak
football
Chinese.
manager?
I wouldn't know what they were saying, to be fair. No, it probably is. Yeah,
Is
like that.
there any
Like
money in
the-
it for them if they win the Chinese Super League?
Yeah, there's
or what?
so much money in China. It's ridiculous.
I imagine you'll fetch a bit fucking back. There's not quite as much money as what the fucking were.
Ridiculous. Like, Chinese is crazy. Got cities over there, empty cities that they've built and stuff. It's mad. But yeah, it was enjoyable, to be fair. They looked after me very well. They gave me interpreter, driver, all that kind of thing. But the Chinese people, the players, they just stayed in a hotel. You know, like we go to a hotel on away games. They lived there for the whole season. So they stayed there and I was somewhere else. And I said to them, no, I don't want to be somewhere else. They was in this hotel, like a football camp. And I went and stayed with them and just learn the culture and be with them. And it was good. I enjoyed it.
Well,
Need to
yeah.
ask him about Hartlepool. Because we had a few fans.
Yeah.
He rolled that season, wasn't you?
It was amazing as well. What's his name? Ronnie Moore?
Ronnie Moore.
Purple Run.
Yeah. He came and done a job for us as well.
Is this after China?
Great Escape. No, this was before.
This is before China.
Yeah. God, now you're making me
No, it
think.
was after.
Was it after?
China. Yeah.
God, after China.
So what you doing?
I really forgot all about it. To
You
be
walked
fair.
into Hartlepool with these big fucking bags over your shoulders, full of yen.
You're going to have to run up your game and you go on, this is your life.
Fully, yeah. No, that was in my image rights commentary. God, yeah. Hartlepool.
That was incredible what they done at Hartlepool.
Yeah, it was. Because Colin Cooper, he was the manager at the time, and then
Big Ron came in.
Another big run come in.
Like you were proper dead, weren't you? Like gone.
Yeah.
15 points, something stupid like that off.
Yeah, it was mad, wasn't it? Yeah, it was crazy.
Xavier comes
He was
along.
finished, and he came along. To be fair, it's like a blur. Actually, what he actually did, the lads just sort of pulled their finger out. I think with a couple of games.
See again, because he's renowned for it, like getting clubs like the shit.
Yeah.
Like another.
Yeah, but this
And a
was a proper
motivational-
great escape. Yeah.
Yeah,
This was bigger than West Brom's when they were
Yeah.
bottom at Christmas. This
yeah.
they might be fucking 20 points off.
You still
it
playing
was.
a bit now?
Only charity games.
Yeah.
Yeah, just try to do my bit, keep myself fit as much as I can.
You need to get us on one of them Hong Kong trips.
Yeah, mate.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, probably just you, maybe.
I'll wait next. I'll play number one. I'll lose some money for some yen. I'll lose some weight, sorry. Lose some weight for some yen. So do you miss it at all? Football?
No, I don't.
Not even the playing and the scoring bit and all that?
Nah. I miss the changing room, the banter. That's probably miss that more than anything. Don't miss playing. I think 22 years is enough for me. I'm enjoying what I'm doing now, so that's why I think
Makes it easier.
I'm not really. Yeah, so I can see players going a bit crazy after football if they haven't got really anything to grab onto or to do.
Do you think that really helped you in
massively,
terms of
massively.
having a focus, having the business, having everything?
Well, I didn't really think about it at the time when it's happening, but didn't realise
Just
how
happened.
it will benefit me now. Like thinking what I do for the last, because I've been retired probably 5-6 years now, and I've not really looked back. But I can just tell.
Doing something else.
Yeah, just my
suppose
mind's
it happens.
every day, the business.
It's good when the business is doing well, I
Yeah.
suppose, as well. Like a football club, if you're doing well, then
Everything's all right.
everything's rosy.
Yeah, so true. So I feel sorry for lads. I think they should have something in place, no matter if you got the amount of money that you have. Because to be fair, if you're having 22 years in football, you shouldn't be looking for anything else after that. Anyway, you should be comfortable, guaranteed. But it doesn't always go like that.
It's focus, though,
when you're in that
it's
bubble.
Like you can have all the money in the world, and
Yeah,
you
but
can
they
soon
should
slip
have.
into something.
And I think there
if you
should be
haven't got focus.
something in place for them to do that, regardless to how much money they have.
Career highlight?
After today, obviously.
We're laughing at
I've learned a lot. No, it's been good. It's been really good on there.
If you've got
It's
any
been
pals,
good.
any young pals who are still playing and they want to get out of a club, all you need to do is just shit on the.
I'll tell him that. New method. It's going to be lingering around over here. Now you're going to see the news. Players shit on table because he wanted to get out of club.
No,
Probably semi-final. FA Cup semi-final goal.
Semi?
Yeah, it's just things you dream about, don't you, as a kid? And that was the goal to get us into West Ham into the final after so many years. So I think that was definitely a highlight for me.
Next important question. Do you think I should go matte black for the wrap or all white?
I think all white.
Do you think?
Yeah, have a change. Matte black. Everyone has matte black. It looks good. So, but I think we're all about colour in our showroom now because
Sold.
we do that many matte black cars now. It's just nice to see a different colour.
I'm thinking metallic purple.
yeah. It suits him, wouldn't it?
It'll look fast.
Thanks for coming on.
thanks for coming on, mate.
Really appreciate
You're welcome.
it.
You're welcome.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much.
But if anybody does want the cars looking at, what AC,
AC13.
AC13.
Yeah. Well, we say AC13, but AC13 Premier is the name.
Place to go.
So if they want to pop
Hit
down
him
and
up.
get looked after, let me
Top
know.
man.
Thank you.
Well, apparently we're getting ours done for free, bless him. He's a fucking good lad. I'm glad he went to fucking China.
Watch for that purple dashing leaves next week.